Hi, beautiful beings. My name is Brittany, and today I have one short, maybe potent, powerful message for you, which is this: don't outsource your joy or your alignment. I'm so excited to get into today's topic with you because I just feel ridiculously passionate about it. And before I do that, I want to mention that the program Bridget and I are running, Living Embodied, has a couple more spaces for founding members. Just this weekend is the time to sign up. We begin on Monday, July 10th, 2023, in case if you're watching this later in time. So check out the link in the description box below if you want to join. Now is the time. It's so easy sometimes to fall into this trap of feeling like somebody else or an outside circumstance or anything external from what's going on inside of us, anything outside of our power is somehow the deciding factor of if we are going to be feeling aligned, balanced, in our flow, in our joy, in our pleasure, in the fullness of us, the fullness of our expression. And it's just not true. It's just, I love how many times I've come back to this lesson and this knowing within myself, going off on these paths of excitement and external stimulation that I love. And it's so fun to get excited about the external, to get excited about another human, to get excited about some project we're doing, just like anything, of an event happening in the world, anything going on externally. It's so fun to get jazzed about that. But when we start feeling like that is somehow the source of our good feelings, the source of our power in some way, we lose it, because that we can't control. Despite our best efforts, maybe it's our partner, maybe it's a child, maybe it's a community that we're really involved in, maybe it's an event that you've been like connected with for so long and it's just felt so good and life-giving. But there can be a switch, like something's not quite flowing in that moment with that external thing. Or maybe it shifts radically, And then what? Then it can feel like our world is crashing down because we've been sourcing that thing outside of ourselves to feel the way we want to feel. And this is just a powerful reminder that that's never actually true. It's never actually true that our joy or our love or any feeling that we feel inside of us is coming from anywhere else other than our own system. Yes, everything around us can contribute to that. We're such attuned, energetic beings. However, our power is always within. And the more we make a point of returning to self, returning to like the joy of just being, the joy of loving ourselves, for one, for sure, just like loving the heck out of who we are, for like every odd, quirky, different or normal thing about us, just like loving us right now, however we are, the more that we connect with that on a regular basis and flow from there, from our source of truth and alignment and inspiration, not based on what we think someone else would want or vibe with, or like to receive the attentions of something external or the validation, but just because, if no one else were around, that is what we would be doing because it lights us up. Making a point to connect with that every day in multiple ways, with our bodies, with our minds, with our hearts, is such a powerful way to ensure that you're going to stay on a path where that your alignment comes within, that your power comes from within. And yeah, it's just been like a lifelong work for me to really hone in on this. And like everyone, you know, we go off on these paths sometimes where we're like, we get really into something and then we come back home, and then we get really into something and we come back home. And the more we can have this as a part of our daily rituals, like I start the day at home with myself, I check in with myself throughout the day, and then I come back home to myself at night and I remind myself in every one of these check-ins, in every one of my practices, like I am the source of my own love. I am the one who decides how I feel, how I am going to show up in this world, how I'm going to react, the life I'm going to have, the quality of life I'm going to have. It's the most powerful thing. And anchoring this in with regular daily practices has been the most powerful work for me. And actually it ends up being what I work on with all of my clients. No matter what people come and see me for, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's business, maybe it's their self-care or love. It could be anything. It always comes back to, at least a large portion of our work is, how are you nourishing yourself today? How are you nourishing your body with your movement practices? How are you nourishing your physical body with what you're putting into your body? You know, the food, the hydration. How are you nourishing your mind with your mindfulness practices? You know, how are you nourishing your sleep? All these important pieces of just being human, being a primal human. And yeah, it can seem, and a lot of people have said to me, like, I feel like I should have this down, you know, I feel like this is the basic stuff. And the truth is, like, the most powerful elements that we can focus on are simple ones. And I love how truth inevitably ends up being something incredibly simple. And this is simple, you know, it is simple and a challenge in the world that many of us are living in, to like refocus. Like there's all this stimulation, but really just like the basics, the very basics. What's my nourishment like? What's my movement like? What's my mindfulness practices like? Like how connected am I feeling with myself and how I'm nourishing this primal body and this being, this life? And when we have those dialed in, and by that I mean like when we are regularly showing up for them because they evolve and change, life is golden. Honestly, it's powerful. And then whatever happens externally is not the deciding factor, because you've created your state. It's an internal job. Love's an internal job. Yeah, I love this stuff so much. It's my passion. I mean, it's my passion to live in alignment, to embrace all of ourselves, to encourage others to do that, no matter what that looks like for you. Really just wanting you to feel like you can tap into the fullness of you and the path that you feel inspired to walk this life, and just like live it with gusto, live it with passion, however you desire. If this is something you want to do more of and you want support around it, I would love to support you. I offer one-on-one coaching, and Bridget and I have opened up this incredible program. It's called Living Embodied. We focus on all of these things. You can learn more about it below. There's an app for it. We're just finishing up our second round of founding members. So if you want to join as a founding member, you can do that just this weekend. We have a couple more spaces for a few more people who want to join. And then after that, we'll be launching it to the public. Learn more below, or reach out to me by email or in the comments. And just have a beautiful day, you know, being you, living life on your terms today. Sending you so much love.